Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Tuesdays After the Show podcast.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. Thank you, Jaybird. I appreciate that.
Where's the cheering? It sounds better if there's more than one person cheering.
Yay! All right.
Yeah. Kelly, we love that.
Take it off.
Hey, we're jumping in Virginia.
Oh, we're not cheering for nudity?
No.
I thought you were about to get up and start shaking that thing.
Watch yourself.
Shake your ass.
Is it possible Kevin could ever turn you on sexually?
Great
Not
question.
anymore. Not anymore.
Gosh, well, so much for that self-esteem.
So there was a time where he could have turned you on, maybe?
I think before you get to know somebody too well,
Get
and
to a
you
certain
feel
level,
like
yeah.
you're their brother
Yeah.
or your sister.
First year, you never know. We could have hooked it up.
So okay, that's my question. The first year you guys did radio together, with all the drunkenness and the craziness, there was never a time where you were almost close.
I was
Not
kind
even
of
a snuggle?
I was kind of a mess my first year, though. I mean, that's when I was wearing disco shirts and had frosted tips.
But
so.
he had a fiance.
True.
They moved here together,
Yeah.
and they lived together, and she was always around. So I was single when I moved here, but then
Ladies always trying to lock me down, Bird. That's
I
what it goes. Ladies always trying to lock me down.
Were you footloose and fancy free when you got here? Did you tear it up? And when I say tear it up, did you get around?
No, I had a couple bad experiences. Remember, I was dating that weird, gross guy that faked like he had cancer.
Yeah, I do remember that cat. Yeah,
He was pretty gross.
Did you meet that guy, Kev?
I did. Yeah, we knew him. Yeah, we kind of worked with him. He's kind of like it was kind of a client situation.
It was like the bar manager
Yeah.
of a place we were doing remotes at. And so it just kind of it was easy.
It's just weird that a bar manager was kind of shady.
Oh, the shadiest.
I'm fucking being sarcastic.
He had amazing stories. Yeah, I mean, I remember we'd be sitting in his place. He'd be going, "Madonna is upstairs right now."
In the VIP room
Yeah.
at the club. We were
Like, no way, really?
We were stupid. We were like, really?
And he thought you could get away with that?
He had this big ruse about everything. Yeah, he was like, "Yeah,
Wow, Madonna at the club is a big one.
It was a big one, and I think the only reason why it was somewhat believable was I think Madonna was for a while part owner in one of the clubs on Clematis. There was a guy, and I think he later had some kind of mafia ties or something like that, if I remember. And it was blue. Did it have a blue in it? Remember what it was? It was a club. It's that place. It's just. Been kind of a weird thing. It's got the balcony on. It's on Clematis Street.
Yeah.
And it's right by Roxy's.
Yeah, I know what you're
It's right
talking
next
about.
to that. And once upon a time, that was actually the trendy little spot. And it was we're talking about around 2000. And Madonna had music and was still a
Relevant.
viable thread on the pop charts. Yeah, it was still cranking out a couple hits here and there. And so there was kind of that thing where it was maybe believable that Madonna would be in Palm Beach.
He told us one time that Ricky Martin was up there.
Yeah.
I mean,
He just had
With
a-
Madonna.
He had a story all the time.
there was always a story.
Yeah.
And then he was like, oh, I'd love to take you down to South Beach. This is how he got me. I was like, ooh, South Beach. That sounds fancy. He's like, yeah, I'm going to get the Rolls Royce and I'm going to take you down to South Beach for the weekend. I was like, sweet. This
Yeah.
is awesome.
This is the kind of stuff he'd say, legit.
and then
yeah.
he would show up and he'd be like, oh, we can't go to South Beach. And he's in a Buick.
He was a
And
cat-
I'm like, what?
He was
It
a
was always in the
catfisher.
shop. It was always in the shop. And
Yeah, it was always in the shop. He couldn't get the rolls because it was in the shop. But hey, he's got this Buick. I'm like,
We had these stories where he used to be a commercial airline pilot, and then he was like a doctor, and he started doing all these things, and we started adding up, going, if he's everything he says just with the training you'd have to have, he started college when he was 6.
Yeah.
we started putting it together. Like, this motherfucker's full of shit.
Did you hook up with him pretty good?
No, actually, that's the great part about it. We kind of just had like a more of a friendship than a dating thing. Luckily, I was never over at his crib, never spent the night, none of that kind of stuff.
Yeah. And then when I think he felt Virginia slipping away, that's when he developed cancer.
Yeah, that's probably
But he had his
right.
hair, great head of hair, but he'd been on chemo for a year and still had great hair. And
And he would pretend
Showed
to
no
be
other signs,
homesick, throwing up all day from the chemo.
So that's when catfishing actually took talent. You had to do it in person.
He was doing that shit in person.
Nowadays, you sit behind a computer. Oh, this is what's going on. That motherfucker did it for real.
He
you gotta
did.
get a little respect for that.
He went for it.
Yeah, yeah.
I wonder where that snake is today.
Slithering around somewhere.
I don't know. You gotta wonder, did Karma and his lies ever do him in?
I hope so. When you tell a bunch of people you have breast cancer and you're like getting sympathy, and people were coming over bringing him soup.
Yeah.
Like, and
They got a
then
lot of sympathy out of
his
it.
bosses eventually found out he was lying, and they fired him. So he got
When he
dismissed.
carved a little bit of money off the top too.
I wouldn't be
Somebody
surprised.
I
there.
like hearing these tales of the past when I was not around. It's very fascinating.
It's weird. I mean, I truly was young and naive. That's all it was.
That's just what Young's being about.
You try to come pull that shit with any of us today, we'd be like, okay. But back then, I just believed anything anybody told me. I didn't realize, what liars people were. I guess I had never experienced lying to the level that I found here in Palm Beach County.
Yeah, no, it took me a while. I grew up in a town with the family I grew up in. I was very naive. Everything
too.
very trustworthy of people and this and that.
People were basic in Louisiana.
Yeah.
Nobody pretended or said they had stuff they didn't have because you could see what anybody had.
Yeah. Country folks still that way a lot of times.
Country folks really are. They see when I went up to just even here in the Panhandle of Florida, I could not believe the difference in personality compared to your South Florida. Because I only knew
Yeah.
South Florida, but when I went up there, they were so fucking nice, man. They always
Genuine.
They really did. They genuinely cared about my well-being. I remember the Wells family. I didn't get my dorm money. My dad was supposed to send me money. It just didn't get to there. And I had nothing to eat. Like, Penny, get your ass over here. We're going to take care of you for a
They
weekend.
would, yeah, absolutely,
You're going to be
yeah.
my boy for the weekend.
Yeah.
They were so nice.
You would never freak out if you had something going on and you didn't know if you could pay your mortgage or something like that. Yeah, the town, they would take care of you. I don't remember anybody ever worrying about stuff like that.
I go back on social media and I'll look back and just to see how that county's doing, how everyone's doing. They're all so still closely, with
Yeah.
one another, still backing each other up. It's been nice.
That's why a lot of people do make that choice. I mean, I get it, some people like the small town thing, and that's the benefits of it.
I did. I loved living in Marianna, Florida. It was small town. Everyone knew each other.
You don't have to have a small town to be a nice town.
True.
Because, I think New Orleans is a super nice town. Everybody talks to each other. Everybody asks you how you're doing. Like, I love that energy and that vibe of like, hey, people care about each other.
Is that how it is in Logan? Are people very friendly
Oh,
in
yeah.
Logan?
Oh, absolutely.
And everyone knows everything.
Yeah, everybody knows everything that's going on, and they genuinely care about what's going on. But yeah, there's the pluses and the minuses. That was kind of part of the problem, for me was, after a while, you get kind of like typecast as something.
The first week I was in college, I started talking to the one of the guidance counselor's daughters, and she goes,
Hey.
she goes, well, my mama told me to stay away from you. I heard your trouble. Everyone knows about it.
Well, you're a city slicker.
Your nickname's Palm Beach around here. You are trouble. My mama told me to stay away from you. Like, your fucking mom? They know
Yeah.
who I am?
Yeah.
Like, I just got here. I'm not trouble. I'm a pussy.
So that's sometimes part of the problems. If you start to get a name, it's
Lock up
really
your-
hard to undo it. Yeah.
Lock up your daughters. The birds in town.
They
Oh,
thought
yeah.
because I was, even though the guys I played baseball with, David Justice from the Braves was he got arrested for something in Palm Beach, and they just, for whatever reason, they thought because I was from Palm Beach County, oh, Penny's from Palm Beach County, he's rich, he's taking one of those Palm Beach shits. Like everything you did would be fancy. Oh, Penny's drinking that Gatorade, that Palm Beach Gatorade. I'm like, guys, you have no idea how poor my family was.
I had a friend of mine that I remember ninth grade, him telling me in ninth grade he had never left the county.
Wow.
The county?
He had never left the county. He was born in the county, had never left the county. Because I said something about Columbus, which is 2 counties over. And he's like, I've never been to big city. I'm like, you never been to Columbus? And he's like, I never left Hocking County. I'm like,
Wow.
Get outta
I
here.
never left my street.
pretty much, yeah.
Just to go to school.
Then they just stick where they are, man. It's crazy. So
That is crazy.
They're all good with that. Yeah. I was that same friend. I remember they had a reunion one time, and he reached out to me on Facebook, and he's like, come. He's like, I see you got a boy now. And he's like, come. He's like, we got a crick, and we got all the muds and sticks that they could find. And he said, my kids love it. They're going to have a blast. And
We just got this new movie coming out down here, E.T.
and I was like, I showed it to my wife. I'm like, I'm not sure if my kid's gonna like mud and sticks, but
Aw.
but that's how basic it is. Honestly, he had a mud pit and sticks, and his kids loved
I
it.
kind of like it. I kind of
Rocco would love a mud pit and
Yeah.
sticks.
I'm a huge fan of sticks and mud pits. I really
Country
am.
boys like that kind of stuff. I don't know what country boys love mud. You know, got them mud bog fests around here,
And
They
it
do.
goes.
country boys love mud. I don't get it.
We did Mud Fest. We did. I don't think you guys went
I
to
didn't
Mud
go.
Fest.
You
it
went.
was packed, man, and they turned that shit up in Okeechobee. They go ape shit for that stuff.
Yeah,
Mud
something about it.
bugs. I'm out.
But mud bugs, they're partying, man. Girls are having their tops off.
Look, I like tits as much as the next guy, but my hatred of mud and bugs outweighs it.
I remember when I got there.
I like clean mud, if that makes sense. Like, I like the mud that's just like a nice consistency of mud. It could be pudding, but it doesn't have like chunks of grass and sticks or rocks in it, you know?
When we got there, we had to take all of our equipment. We had to go over this big like mud ravine, and I knew Kevin and the Queen were on their way. And the whole time I'm thinking, shit, the Queen is going to fucking hate it here. It's going to be awful because
Yeah.
it was just mud everywhere.
Yeah.
And you guys end up not going.
No, yeah. I can't even drag her into Logan, so it's tough. Yeah, she's not a
Let
country
alone
girl.
Okeechobee.
Yeah, she's not a country girl. It's tough to do. Interesting story here today about some nude photos that had leaked.
Well.
Who's?
Tiger Woods,
Nude?
nude,
How's his putter?
impressive.
Is it?
Yeah,
Son of a bitch.
yeah. He has got a big old dick.
Does
Is
he
that
really?
what it was about? I saw Tiger Woods and I was just like, whatever.
He's got a big old. He got a BOD.
BOD, baby.
Where did you see the Woods wood?
It is online. A lot of people are hesitating putting it up, but it's the same site that somehow keeps getting away with this stuff. They apparently, I think, had hacked into Lindsey Vohn's cell phone, and that's where they got it.
Oh, he was sending dick selfies.
Oh, come on. You know
Yeah.
what? He loves doing that.
There's a full frontal shot of Tiger that he sent her when they were dating.
Yeah,
And,
you have it up there?
Aw.
I haven't seen the photo. I haven't looked at it. I've only read the reports, and they said he has a monstrous dick.
So I have a
It's only etched in his memory forever.
I have a theory that a lot of times while you always have these photos leak, especially with these celebrities, and they always got these big old dongs, it's because they know they've got a dong. How come you never see small dick, teeny peeny?
Well, you don't send that around. I mean, you send your best attribute. If you got a big old D, then you're going to be sending that out. If you
And
don't,
you're
then-
sending it to your girl.
Right.
So it's not like you want to look anything less than awesome.
Yeah, but you never see the small penis community leaking anything out.
There's apparently some photos of Lindsey Vonn, including one of her in the tub enjoying her shower massager.
I get weirded out looking at stuff that's been hacked.
That's why I haven't looked at it.
It's not my thing.
Yeah,
I
no,
don't care about looking at the hacked guys, but yeah, the hacked girls makes me feel weird.
Because they didn't want it, and they don't want it leaked out.
It's a violation.
It really is.
Yeah, and you're part of it.
But I had no problem looking at Tiger Woods' dong.
And that's the problem.
Mm-hmm.
You sexist fuck.
Miley Cyrus is part of it. They say
Oh,
her,
wow, they got her too?
Got her,
J-Law
too.
at one point had some leak out too.
and the one you might care about, Catherine McPhee, part of the hack.
Gosh, I have such a crush on her. Well, maybe I'll check that. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. But I do have a crush on Catherine McPhee.
Lindsay has called this an outrageous and despicable invasion of privacy. They're demanding that the website take the photos down. But this particular site is constantly posting these kinds of pics, and somehow it seems they keep getting away with it.
Are they just like making a dummy site and nobody can track it?
Oh, everybody, you can track all
I'm
this
not
shit.
sure how they're doing it, but yeah, they got it going on. And so, yeah, there'll be some people. It's out there, just so you know, and it's on the internet. And if you always had the question about the size of Tiger's putter, apparently it's one of those.
It's out there. We can't find it. So if anybody does, feel free
No,
to.
I had the link to it. I didn't. Yeah, I was like, I didn't want to. I didn't go.
I really wanted to have a small dick. You know what I mean? He's a great athlete.
You always
money,
do, yeah,
gets
if you're a
chicks.
guy,
Have
yeah.
a small dick, man.
Please.
That's how he got just countless chicks. He's Tiger Woods with all that money and a rad hog.
He could have a 1-inch pecker, and he would still get tons of chicks, and they would still love him, and they'd still be all into it.
So why shouldn't that be the case? I mean, if God were really divvying out things correctly, If you got money, you get a small dick. That's just the way it goes.
I agree. If you're
Pick
a
one.
great athlete,
What do you want?
Great athlete.
You don't get both.
He got athlete.
You don't get both.
He got athlete, dick, and money.
If you
Yeah.
are a great athlete, I'm sorry, you've been cursed to a small penis.
Have to be.
Them's the rules.
It would make sense because as much moving around as you do, you don't want a big dick to slow you down.
Well, you can dunk, get money, and have a big dick. That does not seem fair.
Not fair. It's not right. No, it doesn't even.
Fear.
Fear.
The pain is real.
It doesn't even make sense aerodynamically. Like you would think
No.
you'd be able to explain, yeah, well that's why athletes got small dick is because they can move around so well.
That dick should be weighing you down.
Or throwing you off.
It gives you
or-
power.
No,
it gives you.
you're
It
pole
gives you the
vaulting.
power of flight. I think it does.
Don't know what it is. Yeah. Another little piece of online drama I thought was good. You know, when you look at relationships and how they broke up, what do? We always look at the timelines on stuff.
Yeah. Was there any overlap?
And if there was, I don't know why you'd be popping off. And, you know, the thing that had come out here recently was, you know, Kevin Hart's new wife is pregnant. And she was online, you know, just kind of popping off about, yeah, we've been together for 8 years and all this kind of stuff. And somebody said, wait a minute, you've been together for 8 years. Kevin Hart didn't get separated from his last wife until 6 years ago. And so she was saying all this stuff. The new wife was online, and his ex-wife came on to say, no. Numbers don't lie. So don't try to make yourself look all innocent and all good, like you didn't wreck our marriage, like you didn't take him away from me.
Oh.
We're trying to co-parent and be one big happy family, but when you go and put this stuff on social media, I have to address it because my kids are going to ask.
No, she's
and you're
right.
in a sense calling me a liar, and so you called me out and tagged me on this, and now I have to address it, say, don't lie. Let's not try to do this kind of stuff. The numbers don't lie. That was an exact quote she put up.
Shit.
No, you did steal my husband from me, but I'm trying to be cool and being a good mother. But let's not wave this in my face on social media where then I've got to address it.
Poking the bear, baby.
Yeah.
Dang.
It was... Yeah.
I don't blame her.
She schooled her and she came out on top, you know,
That's
and she looked like it.
awesome.
Everybody can't be like, because sometimes you school somebody, they go, that wasn't right. You should have just let it go. But no, she had a reason. Like,
Well-
no, I mean, it's my honor too that I've
Yes.
got to throw this out there.
If
and
it's looking like you're lying to your kids
Right.
or you're covering up for the guy who cheated on you, that's totally not cool.
Totally not.
But Kevin Hart's got to be to his new wife. Be like, why? There's no reason for you to post this kind of stuff.
Well, because she's feeling insecure. She's pregnant. And those pictures surfaced of him in Miami, all talking
Yeah.
close to some
Yeah.
girl in the Lexus.
Still some rumblings going on. It makes you wonder all the behind the scenes stuff that happened. Because we all know, because we got relationships and we know that stuff comes out. They're
Look.
only human.
If he cheated on you with a girl and then got with that girl, what's to say he's not going to cheat on that girl?
Okay, just because someone's a celebrity and they're a good person, like, as far as publicly, doesn't mean that they're gonna, do everything right in their life.
Yeah.
That's why I'm not a big fan of. Oh, it's an athlete. He's a role model. They're just a person doing the best craft in their business. They did not sign on to be a role model.
Yeah.
I mean, there's going to be fuck up people in sports and in entertainment. There's going to be some great people.
Absolutely. There is a new term that is out. This is something that's happened for a while, but they finally put a label on it. Stashing is the name that people are using. It's when you're in a new relationship and everything seems great except for one thing. I haven't met any of their friends or their family or really anyone of any kind of importance in their life. And you start to wonder, be like, okay, hey, we've been together for a good bit of time. You drag me out all these other places, but
Don't bring me around anybody of substance in your life.
yeah, I don't know, like, so why? What's going on? Basically, you're being kept a secret for one reason or another, and typically a lot of times is because they're cheating, and you're the side piece, and they don't want you to find out that you're the side piece.
Aha.
Stashing is the term, so it's like they're stashing you
Stashing,
away.
I like it.
So it's now been kind of like defined.
Have you ever been a side piece and not realized you were a side piece?
Don't think so.
I was with that. I told you about that sales girl back in the day. I did not know she had a boyfriend, and then I found out.
You were the side tail?
I was the side tail. Yep, I sure was.
Didn't she live with him or something?
Oh, yeah.
She had a boyfriend she was living with. Meanwhile, she would come over to Jaybird's house for a little loving.
Oh,
That is
hey
some
now.
shady ass.
And I also learned that a lot of salespeople, they act like they're going on a sales call, and they are not going on a sales call. They're going on a booty call.
Yeah, it
Dang.
did happen to me once. There was a chick.
And I did not know.
Yeah.
I did not know that she was with the dude. She said
Yeah.
she was all broken up.
Yeah, there was a girl that right out of college, met in a club. We I gone over to her place a couple times, for a little whatever.
Little what?
A booty call.
Little massaging.
Just a little,
A little bit of this. Okay, all right.
All right. Oh, that's his go-to move.
Did you show her that average peen?
I did.
Hey, at least you got an average one.
You want to be totally unimpressed?
Well, they're not unimpressed. They're just not impressed.
They're not impressed.
They're just kind of like,
It's like, hey, he's all right. Yeah.
Some would
It's
say
fine.
some would
It's
say they're
okay.
actually depressed.
he'll get the job done.
Yeah, it's okay.
Oh, look,
Nothing special.
Workhorse over here.
Yeah.
Look.
Hey,
You
you
have
make
to
up
be.
for it.
Yeah, don't have the.
I had a mediocre peen and mediocre effort.
So you have a weak ass peen and you're lazy.
Yeah. So, you had that.
There you go.
And I was out at a bar one time, and I saw her over the corner. We made eye contact. She's got a weird vibe. I was like, whoa, what's up? And I had just seen her like 2 days before. And just kind of like went walking by, and she's sitting at the table with the dude. She's like, yeah, this is my fiance. And I was like,
That happened in Magic Mike.
Fiance?
yeah.
That's exactly what happened in Magic Mike. You
She
were
had a fiance.
Yeah, a fiance.
Oh my god!
Yeah, it was a locker. It's okay.
Chan-
I didn't know
Chan-
this story about you. That is
Yeah,
cutting.
Channing Tatum's walking. He sees his girl Olivia Munn. He goes, "Hey, how's it going?" She goes, "Hey, this is my fiance."
Yeah.
And the fiance excuses himself, and you really feel for Magic Mike in this moment.
What did Channing Tatum do?
The guy walked away. Goes, "So it's like this, huh?" She's like, "It's really good seeing you," and that's all. And then he
Oh
walks
my
away.
God.
Yeah, kind of had the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
it was-
Uncomfortable.
Well, at least yours didn't break into your fucking apartment, and then you woke up and she's standing over your face, and you are wearing a mask.
Yeah, I liked how mine. Yeah, quick. Let's downplay it and move on. Yeah.
That was during when I was wearing the wrestling mask. It was not good.
What a bizarre scene.
It was such a It was so bizarre to the point where we had a fight by our boss's our boss's office, and he came out and goes, "What's going on out here?" I have my mask on. She's crying.
she's crying. Meanwhile, she lived with a guy.
Oh yeah. Such a victim she was.
Wow.
A little relationship email here from CC. Got a bit of a problem. My little brother's 20. He lent his 19-year-old ex-girlfriend about $1,800 when they were together, and she still owes him about $1,000, but they recently broke up, and my brother's always had a hard time at getting paid back from her, and now they're broken up, and they're no longer speaking. I'm sure there is going to be an even harder time getting that money back. So my brother wants nothing to do with her and says that she isn't worth the grand to him. I, on the other hand, do not agree and think that she should pay him back. She's always taken advantage, and I'm sick and tired of her treating my brother like dirt. I told him I was going to confront her about the money, and my brother says to let it go. I can't. He's 20 and is just starting out in college, out of state, and really needs the money since he's on his own. Am I wrong for stepping into this?
It's
being his backbone.
It's great that she's trying to defend her brother, and she's probably right. If she went full gorilla on that girl, she would scare the shit out of her, and she'd probably get some money back. But I don't think you can go against your brother's wishes on something like this. It's not about her. It's about him and the ex. And sometimes, honestly, $1,000 is nothing to get rid of a fucking psycho.
Be careful, too, that you don't break any laws trying to get that money back.
Because now you're a loan shark.
Right. And then, she could call the cops on you. It could
Could get
real ugly.
$1,000. I know it is a lot of money, but it's sometimes you got to
Do
cut
what
your
everybody else does. Just call her out on Facebook.
Yeah.
Don't confront her physically or anything like that. Because, then the cops are going to be involved.
But the sister, if she did get in there in that girl's face, that girl would be scared, and she'd probably get some money back.
Email we talked about yesterday with this girl that's got the C-section scheduled for the same time that her best friend of 10 years has got the wedding date. And apparently, she looks at her best friend. She's rescheduled her wedding several times, but now when it comes to C-section, she won't do it. I'd asked if she or her best friend would come on, and she responded, said, "Hey, I watched the ATS. I want to thank you guys for your perspectives. Jason definitely understood my side of the situation, but Virginia did have some good points. But like you guys said, there's so many more details that would need to be explained from both sides, and I have to be respectfully decline your offer to come on."
See, that's the smart KVJ Nationer.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, we could have resolved it maybe.
Oh, yeah, it always goes so good.
It usually turns into a bigger drama. And we all give
Sometimes.
conflicting
But
advice.
sometimes, you cut to the chase.
No, you're right. 1 out of 7 is not bad numbers.
I don't want to discourage people in the future from coming on.
You're right. You're right.
You won't.
Yeah.
Kevin, people love to talk about their drama.
Say
Yeah.
what you need to say, John Mayer.
Said, I will not write her off because she is like family, but I know it will put an effect on our relationship and friendship, whether we would like it to or not. I'll let you guys know what happens in March.
Yes.
Yeah, it's just, when
Focus on your baby. Focus on that. Don't focus on this pain.
a lot of friendships go through a weird moment. A lot of them
true.
do. I've gone, probably with all of my boys, I've gone through a weird moment. Mm-hmm. It happens.
And I got an email, too. Somebody want to know about a couple past topics that we had had on. Want to know... there was one where she was babysitting the cat. Where is that email?
We haven't done an
She was
update
babysitting
show in
her
a long
boss's.
time.
I know, yeah. Let me see. Oh, yeah. Okay, Liz. Topic about crazy reasons for getting fired reminded me of the girl who called in last year. Said she got fired because she was cat sitting for her boss and her roommate had a party. And the cat did cocaine and ran out the door, freaked out, and whatever happened to her.
Whatever happened to the cat?
Yeah, I don't think they ever found the cat, if I remember right.
It's still running.
Dang.
Yeah, because she was, watching that. I don't know. Yeah, I'll see. Some of this, too, it's hard to track down, but, weird thing is I can go to search on the emails and hit, cat and cocaine, which gotta have weird search stuff going on. Maybe the email will pop up.
I don't even remember. Half the shit I don't even remember, man.
Cat boss cocaine. Those are the search words. I'll see if it pops up. If it does, I'll reach out to him again. Also, whatever happened to that guy whose fiance sold all of his Star Wars memorabilia behind his back to pay for the wedding? Are they divorced yet? That's a good question.
Sometimes, too, what happens is people go through the fire on the air and it kind of gets resolved off the air and they just don't want to come back to talk about
Yeah,
it.
because it's not dramatic anymore. They've fixed it, and they don't want to go back to the pain.
And sometimes you're right. It's actually not even entertaining to even hear.
Yeah, so if you have something you want to hear, though, I'll put it through the little search thing, because that's what we do. We get the emails, and I put delete, but you go in there, and sometimes it'll pop up.
Are you a fan of the update show where people get to call in and ask about stuff,
Yeah.
or does it kind of annoy you?
I'd like to, because a lot of times I forget about it, and I'd like to know, too. I mean, part of it, you got to reintroduce the whole thing for somebody that's not heard it, because I don't even know this story.
Because someone was
Sure.
even asking me about the other day. They go, "What's up with Virginia's boobs? Did she ever get them done?" They didn't hear what had happened. They wanted an update on your tatas.
I got them reduced, but only a little tiny bit. The doctor wouldn't go too small like I wanted. I wanted them to be a lot smaller.
Yeah, they're pretty bountiful.
He wouldn't go any smaller because he said I had too much skin, and it was going to be, it wouldn't look right. So
Okay.
I'm stretched
But
out.
that's just like one of, a million things people could be wondering about.
Got this email. We're talking about when celebrity names become a verb because of what they've done. Like Bill Cosby now kind of owns that. Like you could totally say, I think that dude just totally Cosby'd my drink. You wouldn't be like, yeah, you know what he did? He put a roofie in it.
Everybody would get it.
Yeah, everybody would get it. So, when a celebrity's done something like that, Jason sent an email and said, yeah, at my house we got a couple celebrity names as verbs. Ralston, to murder either by roid rage or by heart attack from looking directly at beady eyes.
Oh, this guy's got jokes.
All right, what else you got? Is that all he's got?
Jerby, to be clumsy, awkward, or foolish. To butcher words and facts. Also to die alone.
God, what a mean email. God.
Lonely
Calls
boy.
me foolish. Lonely.
Foolish and lonely.
Butcher the language. Fuck that guy.
That guy's awesome.
No, that's pretty good. He said Jerby. He comes with peace in his heart.
And also a couple of people wanted to vouch for that rover.com. It's kind of like the Airbnb for dogs. Instead of putting them in an expensive kennel. People catching up from yesterday's podcast. Somebody said, I'm a sitter on Rover, and it's a great way to make some extra money. It's my fun money. I paid for my vacation to California and Vegas this past June.
Nice.
So there you go. It's good stuff. They say here that insurance is included in case anything happens. If there are any listeners in Connecticut, tell them to look me up on Rover.
Nice.
Chelsea is there. Also, maybe it's not a South Florida thing because Alyssa in Chicago said Rover is huge here. My friend uses it for dog walking, and my apartments used it for a dog sitter. So they met with different people to interview them in person before they stayed at their home. It's great.
Huh.
So I don't know. Have you heard anybody using it here?
I haven't, but I'm not in that dog world.
Okay.
Jaybird is going to be in the dog world on Saturday.
I am.
You should ask around when you're out there.
Yeah,
Is
surfing
this
dogs.
Rover the Hotness.
Okay. Yeah, I don't even know what we're talking about.
You're going to be at that event, Carlin Park, Surf Dog?
I am. I will be at Carlin Park.
Yeah.
That's actually the beach I love going to. I love Carlin Park.
And you love dogs.
I do.
This is the perfect event for you. Dogs are actually going to be on surfboards surfing.
I think
That's
I'm
pretty cool.
It's a competition with awards and everything.
I think I'm judging it.
You are.
Oh, that's awesome. That's one of the ones I want to judge.
Okay. You get out there and do it then.
Yeah.
I will.
9:30 to 11:30, Carlin Park in Jupiter.
I'm probably gonna be there a little bit late too. I have to help, do some other stuff.
Yeah, they expect him to be out there for a while. So go out there and see him on Saturday.
Okay, there you go. All right, if you want to see everything else we got going on, like Friday, we're going to be doing the cocktails and karaoke.
Whoop, whoop.
Blue Martini and Boca starting at 7 p.m. You can check out all the places we're going to be on our Facebook page, also kvjshow.com. Look for the events there. Bud's Chicken and Seafood, you can check out 7 locations in Palm Beach County.
I went big yesterday. We ordered a pizza, and then we went to Bud's and got food.
Wow.
We were going really big for the solar eclipse.
It's impressive.
If you go to Bud's, make sure you try the bird sauce, obviously. What's the price point on that chicken, Virginia?
So you get 3 pieces of delicious fried chicken and a side for $3.99. Or if you want to go a little smaller, this is what I got, Rocco. The 2 pieces with the side, that is only $3.49.
Have you had their corn fritters yet, Kev, or is that just something you just can't do?
No, I would try. I try it. I dabble. I like taking little bites of food and sampling it.
Little bites.
Don't gorge myself.
Little
but,
bites of a corn fritter. Where do you find this guy at?
Only eclipse he saw yesterday was when his fupa eclipsed the top of his pants.
That's a little hurtful. All right. Hey, happy Friendship Week.
It just came out of nowhere, huh?
Yeah, fucking promoting corn fritters.
Yeah.
Coming at me with fat jokes.
All right, you guys have a great day. We will talk to you later. Goodbye.
Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems, ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.